back to That Dad Guy. It's December the 19th, 2023, and I think I'm ready for the holidays now. I've got a couple more days left. I've got to work, unfortunately, and then I can take a break, get ready for Christmas. I think all my Christmas shopping is pretty much done now, so I've done that. A lot of the decorating, you can see there's some decorations hanging around behind me, are up. The tree isn't quite done yet. We are hoping that tomorrow night there isn't going to be as much going on, so we can finish that all off. But I will give you a sneak peek of it tomorrow in the live. That's my plan. Tomorrow afternoon, having a live stream to go with all the other Wednesday ones. So if you can join me, do so. About 1 o'clock Atlantic Standard Time. That's what time I'll be planning on going live. But today, I am going to talk a little bit about stamps. I had a couple envelopes of stamps arrive this week, one from Australia and one from France. So I thought it might be a nice mixture of stamps to show you the two. We are going to start with you guys subscribing, liking, leaving positive comments, and sharing with other people. Make sure your notification bell is on so things like live streams you don't miss out on if you want to be on it while I'm on it at the same time. You got to make sure that notification bell is on for that. But I'm going to start with this envelope that came from quarantine in France. Must have got eaten by a shark along the way. I think all the contents were in it though. The post office put it in a bag to protect it. So I'm not sure where it, it's not one of our bags with Canada Post. So I am thinking it probably got chewed up in France and they caught it in time, put it in the bag, and nothing escaped. But the whole side of the envelope was gone. So it is very fortunate that it arrived in one piece. The letter that Quarantine put in it was there, and the selection of stamps was there too. So I'm gonna flick the camera around so you can see the table, you can see the stamps that have been laid out, and we can talk about a few of them along the way. We're gonna start with this one here, a nice cycling stamp from 1983. I love the colors in it, and like the theme, the subject matter in it as well. Albertville 92, what a great Olympic stamp we've got right here. I remember those Olympics very well, watched them on TV as much as I could. The Winter Olympics, of course. Assembly of Nations stamp. We'll talk about each one of them, of course. There's some very interesting different subject matters here. Different shapes and sizes you will see. And some that have special meaning. Baie de la Somme. Now this is in response. I sent Quarantine some stamps. He thought he'd send me some stamps back. So I appreciate that. And I always love seeing stamps from other countries. But most of all, I like it sharing them with you guys too. Each country takes a little special interest in what they decide that they're going to make a postage stamp out of. I think most countries take pride in the success of their country. So if they do well athletically or they do something special. This one, Mont Saint-Michel, is one of my favorite places. My wife and I went there when we were in France many years ago. I would love to go back. It is just a beautiful spot that you can drive out to when the tide is out. And when the tide is in, you're kind of isolated there, which is really cool. I was saying most countries make stamps about things that their country has done well. Whether it's the art that's created. Let's go down here. These ones are just fabulous. Look how big they are. Massive stamps. Great subject matter. This one here, look how long it is compared to the one next to it. It's huge. And you guys are well aware by now, I really like the unusual shape sizes. The bigger sized ones, these ones here, they're pretty much the same size. But compared to this little one next to it, wow. How many ways can you say thank you? A lot of people out there like trains. Here's a nice train stamp. Or how about a rugby stamp? You can see the shape inside. This one's great because the square has been left intact, but you could have taken the perforations and just did the World Cup of Rugby that way. Same one here with the French champions, 1993, for the World Cup. This one also has a special place for me, Dieppe, France. So in Moncton, where I live, we are surrounded by the town of Riverview and the city of Dieppe, which was named after Dieppe, France. If you go to Dieppe, France, there are a lot of things that have been named after Canadians from the First World War. And so there's like the Bay of Canada and Main Street of Canada is on there too, but a lot of different Canadian monuments. And this one here also has the kites. So every year there's a kite festival. I've shown a video of that in Dieppe. And so one year it's in Canada, and then the following year it's in France. So that's a special stamp too, so thank you so much. Fast-paced trains, boxing. École de Nancy, the School of Nancy. This also has a special meaning just because of the city of Nancy is where we used to have an international student came to live with us, was from there, and the famille Didier became part of our family too. So a number of their children came to visit, stay with us, and I got a chance to go over. My sister got a chance to go over, so it's fantastic. So thank you, Corentin, for all these beautiful stamps. So thank you so much, Corentin from France, for the beautiful French stamps. Going to be a nice addition to the collection. Now we're moving along to this envelope that came from Steve in Australia. You can see on the envelope there are some of the new Nativity Australia ones, and then Christmas Island as well has some a stamp there. Why is that important? Well, Christmas is coming, so I thought I'd show you the ones we asked about, or he asked me about doing a swap. We had a bunch of winter stamps that came out. We had Hanukkah, Diwali, and Christmas stamps that all came due, and Steve wanted to have some of those as mint stamps, and so he put a package together for me, and I put a package together for him. So I'm going to show you what was in that package, but before I do, he sent me one of these cards. In Australia, as well as here in Canada, there are these postcards that came out that you could, during COVID-19, you could mail them off, and didn't cost anything. It was just a way for people to stay in touch. And in Australia, they did something different. They not only did they have those cards, but they had these stamps. These G'day stamps, G'day hello, and they came as twos, so you were to put one on the card and include one inside for them to write back to you, or to write to somebody else, I guess you could do. On the back, it says, how are things? Make someone's day and send a letter to say, hello, miss you, I hope you're doing great. Use this stamp to write back real soon. So there you go. There's the purpose behind it. It says, when we connect, we feel better on the front. So great idea, beautiful stamps. I like the fact that it encouraged people to write you back. So you had those stamps. Now these ones look like you had to pay for them because there's a value on them. I know the cards that we had, you just did this. It says no stamp required on here, so it was the same as ours. We had 3 or 4 different versions, just all different colors of the cards, just a way to say hello and stay connected, which I think we are kind of doing with Post Crossing since we are remaining connected. And the joy of stamp collecting seems to be picking up a little bit. It isn't just with one certain age group anymore. More people are coming on board and wanting to collect stamps from around the world, see what kind of stamps are out there. Maybe collect them by theme. If you're into giraffes, or you're into museums or art or airplanes, maybe that's what you're collecting. Maybe you're collecting the peace stamps that are out there. But maybe you're collecting Christmas stamps. So that's what we're going to talk about now, because that's what we traded for. So I want to show you the Christmas stamps that Steve sent me from Australia. So let's start with these beautiful ones. You can see the 3 different ones here. 65 cents, or the $3 ones for international post. So that's the international rate stamp, and then the stamps you would use within Australia. Then there were these ones here that kind of had a bit more of a religious theme with the wise men and Mary and Child. Also, again, you've got the international rate, so you get the full set there. And then he included a souvenir sheet, which was really nice of him. And there is a request he's put in to me. I will see if I can find what he's requested. And then here are Christmas Islands. Same thing, the international rate. You can see the international post is marked on the stamp for $3. And then the Santa Claus stamp, which is the domestic rate. You know, I don't think of crabs in Christmas, but of course, December 25th in Australia is summertime for them. So why not have a bit of a summer theme? And there's a souvenir sheet that goes with it, so you can see all the things that are happening around. So everybody's idea of Christmas might be a little bit different depending on where you live and what hemisphere you're in. Thank you so much, Steve, for doing a trade. I normally don't do a lot of trades, so if you're watching this and you're thinking, that's a great idea, I'll contact him, get him to send me. No, it's not what I'm looking at doing. It is very pricey to go out and buy stamps and send them off to people. So this was an exception I made, and it made for great video content, I think. And we'll see over time if people really stick around and really like watching this. Make sure you leave a comment if you do, because these are the sort of things I like to know when I'm making future videos, whether it's stuff you enjoy or whether it's just stuff that I enjoy doing. I do have another video that's going to be coming out hopefully this week. It has more of a postcard related theme, and it is something from days gone by, so I'll leave it at that. But that hopefully will be coming out on Thursday. That's my plan. Tomorrow will be the live stream, so if you can, join me at 1 o'clock Atlantic Standard Time, and we'll see if we can answer some questions and do some different things. If you look behind me, you're going to notice that outside there is no snow. It is like 12 degrees out there Celsius today. Yesterday it was 14 or 15 degrees. It was pouring rain yesterday, super high winds. There's over 100,000 people in the province of New Brunswick right now that don't have power. I have a friend in Lewiston, Maine. She's without power right now as well. So kind of this whole area was hit pretty hard with high winds that knocked down trees and, you know, wreaked havoc. So we think of storms in December having to do with snow. Well, this one was rain and wind. So I feel for all those people that are without power. Hopefully they get it back soon. One of the nice things about, or a positive thing of losing power today or yesterday, is that it's mild. So you're not having to deal with 20 below weather without power, but it is still an inconvenience, and you have to worry about what's in your fridge and your freezer and all that sort of stuff too. So hopefully the power crews are out there working hard, and we'll get everybody back up again. And if you're having a good day and you're not without power, but you know somebody around you that is without power, feel free to help them out. Bring them flashlights, take them out for a meal, you know, do whatever you can. Bags, ice coolers, all those things help to keep their fridges and freezers going and not losing a bunch of stuff. All right, enough about that and what's going on here. You guys have a magical week. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?